And so Bugs, having gone through the mighty mountain, found himself an entrance to a cave. Recklessly plunging forward, he went into this creepy cave, ready to try to get to his birthday blowout. Hey guys, Brysolve here, and welcome to another Bugs Bunny birthday blowout. Today we are in fact in the creepy cave, which has a lot of dangerous stuff going for it. The two biggest threats being the bottomless pits, and the second threat being those waterfalls. I mean, there's spikes too, but they're usually not too dangerous of a thing to have in the way. You might be saying though, how's water dangerous? If you hit one of those waterfalls, you lose one entire heart. Yep, it is another enemy that does serious damage, and it's not even an enemy per se, it's just an obstacle. You just need to be smart about it. Now this here, you probably just want to take a hit or two just to get across, because it's a pain in the butt. But you can wait it out like I did if you go long enough. However, it's really not worth the effort. Now, jumping some of these gaps, it's probably better to use a half jump because that waterfall timing is deceptively difficult to get around. And you're going to want to use the shields here to get to this platform. And if you take a hit doing it, not a big deal. I don't get why some of these don't spout water, but I'm not going to complain about it. Because dealing with water here would be a frustrating exercise. I think they probably had them in there at some point, but then removed them from the rotation. I thought, well, the fact that there's nothing coming will just be surprise enough or make them nervous, I guess. But, you know, that's probably just not true. They probably just removed it because it was too difficult for what they wanted for a Bugs Bunny game. Who knows? And that, I'm really not sure you're supposed to get through that. I'm sure there's some way to jump through that. Here are those red one-ton enemies I was talking about, where you hit them and bam, enemies all over the place. So it's better to not kill them, right? I mean, you don't want to have enemies just, you know, ready to cram your face. However, they will always give you two of those yellow enemies that give you hearts. So if you swing your mallet right away like I did there, you will get to kill one and you'll come up on top. You'll take a quarter damage for getting hit, but you'll get a whole heart back, which is like 4 hits. So you're going to be up on the up and up. And here it's not worth the effort of hitting them there because it wouldn't have gained anything, and we're at the end of the level anyway, so it really doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with the price of China in tea. I mean, it just doesn't do a thing, guys. It's not a thing that you need to worry about. And to show that our good luck continues, bam, 1-up. Hopefully there's more 1-ups in our future. I'll just breathlessly wait. I'm going to miss breathing, but what can you do? Alright, 4-2. 4-2 is an interesting level if I recall correct. I believe this is the one that has some branching paths for us up ahead that we're going to have to find our way through for some extra bonuses and that. And why is the water not coming anymore? I guess you got to be near enough or the water won't go off. Oh, those ghost enemies are a pain. They just bounce their way around, happy as clams. They don't miss being alive at all, and those damn oil drums too. I didn't really comment on this earlier, but them putting out the lights is a bit of a pain. But if you can remember where stuff is, you can still move around, but I don't recommend it. It's probably not going to end well for you, and that there is just straight up impatience. As you see, I lost a whole heart for just nicking a waterfall. It really is not something to be enjoyed, that is for sure. Alright, these water spouts can be a bit of a pain. You can stand on top of them, but it's very easy to actually fall through them and end up a little too low and fall into your doom. Their resting area up top is a little finicky sometimes. It's not horrible or nothing, but just a little bit finicky. And this is the area I was referring to with the branching paths. And that was probably not a smart way to do that, you know. I don't want to tell you guys how to use your teeter-totter jump launchers in the future. Oh god. You know, probably not best to do when there's an exploding alarm clock right under your mallet. I'm just saying it's probably not the smartest use of your life. That's all. Consider this your PSA for the day. Hey Ghost, you gonna turn around? Good boy. And you may have noticed off to the left there was an area. Yeah, I should have gone down at that first choice to get everything. There was even a heart refill there. So that would have been good. And there's some more water spout fun, but you can ignore those water spouts. You don't really need to deal with them, because you can just use the WB shield. And I'm going to chase that enemy because that would be a useful part of my day, to go chase that enemy. But no, of course, that's not actually how it's going to end up. That's not where we're going to end up. And I almost fell right through those water spouts. That would have been embarrassing. And now is the part where the game slows down because there's way too much crap happening. That doesn't happen too often in this game where you'll have big slowdown like that. That's one of the rare areas. And that wall, I'm just noticing now, is completely out of place. Let's look at the other walls here. I'm doing this on the water spouts like a goof. I get away with it, but see this wall on the left? That's what most of the walls look like for how they finish in here. That wall is really kind of out of place. I'd assume, actually, that maybe during the iterations of design for this game, they had all of those, they have those walls in as borders, and I just fell down like an idiot. I didn't listen to my own advice from previous videos. Follow the carrots. But kind of like they put it there as a guard or a spot to mark, and that, wow, that's even more impressive. I don't know why I'm using the water spouts after I did it fine the first time without them. But it was something they just put in there, not as a guard, but as a marker for during the design process. Say we want a wall here, and then they just never actually went back and fixed the texture. I mean, I see them using the texture elsewhere in the cave a little bit, but it just seems so out of place with the rest of the design. It does not seem to fit the whole motif and what they're going for. And here I finally remember, oh yeah, you told me you can use the WB shield to get up there. Oh, good times for Bugs Bunny. Good times indeed. Ouch, 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 oh my god, ouch, I'm saying ouch, because I'm the one physically getting hurt. Anyway, let's see if I remember to be smarter this time. Yay, I'm smarter this time. And we're probably at the, yeah, we are indeed at the boss. We are going to have 79 carrots. So there's going to be 7 gambling times. And I'm going to need it to make up for some of those lives I just foolishly gave away. And it's Tweety again. Wow, check out those shiny bricks, man. Those things are pretty funky junked. Not going to lie, those things are a little weird. They're a little too blank for my taste. Again, things I notice when I'm not when I'm playing. Even the platforms are kind of going like Neon Dance Club. All it needs is a black light and some repetitive beat like. That's all it would really need, honestly. Anyway, we got a 1-up, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. That's probably the last time you'll ever hear that noise out of me. And if you didn't enjoy it, be happy. That's probably the last time you're ever going to hear that noise out of me. Dear God. The things that happen, the places you will go, the people you will know, etc. Hey, we're actually running up a few 1-ups here. Not getting any 5ers, but we're starting to build the total back up a little, which is good. And another one. Alright. This is good news, bears for everyone involved. And yet again, another one. So I think out of those 7 shots, we got, what, 5 lives? So 5 out of 7, we had a winner. That's a pretty good percentage for pure dumb luck. Sort of bingo slot machine sort of style. And I'm not going to be able to get up there before that lights go out. So this could be fun. At least you can still see. I'm not sure. Well, I guess that's just part of the Bugs Bunny birthday blowout impatience style I was talking about, where I just eventually get sick and tired of waiting out enemies and things and just start plowing forward. Especially if I've died a couple times recently, it really starts to bother me, and I just got. Oh, that's such a dick trap right there. Ooh, there's a carrot. I'll jump for it. Oh, there's a ghost boy waiting to eat my face. Thanks a lot, game. Thanks a lot, Obama game designer. Oh God. I thought that boulder was going to blow up the alarm clock. I think that every time I come through that area, every freaking time, without fail, I fall for that. And yeah, you can probably plow yourself to the right there to actually go and get away from that waterfall. Or you can wait one more and get it. It doesn't matter. I'm trying to walk into the ghost boy there because that's pretty smart. You know, because there's one thing I do, it's walking into things like an idiot. That's like one of my specialties in life, I'm pretty sure. And I managed to avoid getting hit there thanks to that rock to hide behind. Oh, those background pieces, they are pretty sweet. It's just the fact you can't swing your mallet behind them. That can be kind of annoying when you're trying to attack an enemy and all of a sudden you're partway behind it, still can be damaged, yet you can't swing your mallet. So it's kind of annoying. And yeah, that probably is a spot. Wow, that was probably a spot where I should have just taken the quarter damage rather than risk jumping down the cliff like I did. And then I just nicked the waterfall like a dullard anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then I run into a, boulder. Not a big deal, guys. It's what I do. It's what I bring to the table. Stupid moves. And we are up to rabbit season already. My, oh my. And we're going to be starting the next level with 8 carrots in reserve, which means we could maybe get 3 Willy the Weasels in. That would be pretty nice. That's the way to run up them lives, is to get Willy the Weasel all set up. And that's not going to get us to 99. That's not going to do it at all, Bugs. There you go. That is much better. Although we could really use a 5er here. We could really use a 5er. Nope. I mean, a 1-up's a 1-up, but we could really use a 5er. See, this is what I get for complaining. You just kind of go, "Thank you, I will come again," and you leave it at that. But no, I'm a tool bag of the fool bag. It's what I do, guys. And that was a pretty slick jump. I'm assuming that left one breaks away because that little crystal formation's falling through it. And I'm going to go for that. Yeah, no, that seems like a lot of work for 2 freaking carrots. But I like the Willy the Weasel game. Now this is the particular thing right here. I'm going to wait till the lights come back on to show you. These bridges break away when you first step on them, as you're about to see. Kind of scary looking. I got to tell you, the first time I came here, I just plowed right through that and went down to the bottom of a pit. And I was playing this game with, I believe, my older brother and a cousin of mine were there. And this is my younger brother got this for Christmas. We were playing around Christmas. And I hit that, and when I went down into the pit, I was so dumbstruck, the only thing I could think to say was wicked. But I didn't say wicked like that. No. I said wicked, kind of like that. Sort of like that. And my older brother and my cousin thought that was phenomenal. But I also did this weird sort of like, I think I kind of, back then, used to have a bit of a controller rage issue with my stuff, and I believe I kind of chucked it, so I did this sort of like arm motion thing throwing, but it was a little ridiculous of an arm motion. It was kind of like this like wavy sort of like arm movement. I don't know. That's the way they tell it anyway. And it was just like, so it was like wicked, and that became a thing that still to this day gets referenced in family functions and things. When someone will just bring that up, and every time both my brothers and my cousin and myself will know exactly what's going on, unlike what I knew was going on, and I just threw myself off a cliff for no reason. And then on the way back, let's see another stupid death with a water spout, because I didn't already wax on poetic enough about this. Well done. Alright, back into the... But yeah, there's your story related to this game from the past for you today. Such a goofy, aladoofy thing to do to myself. Honestly, not smart. I gave them all the ammunition they'd ever need in the universe to have fun at my expense. And that was a very welcome take there. You can't tell because of where the heart is, but I do have a black heart there. But it's not going to matter. I believe they refill you right before the boss. And oh man, we are going to need it, guys. Make no mistake. Oh, really? I really missed that jump. Silly of me. So silly. But we're going to need... Oh, man. Those things crumble at different speeds. That's really neat how they work. Here's another area where I actually got through without getting touched, but you can't possibly plan getting through that without getting touched. Alright, the boss. Pepe Le Pew. The best thing to do is to hide behind here, jump out, whack him in the head, and take a hit from him, then hide behind there again. Hitting his body is only quarter of a hit, but getting nailed by his big old stinky butt shots is going to count as a whole heart. So yeah, you jump out just before your invincibility is out, when you can't swing the mallet, and then you'll be able to swing as you're landing, hit him, and take a hit, then you can hide again. Again, not necessarily the cleanest way to fight him, probably the smartest. I get 4 rounds of Willy the Weasel thanks to dying twice. That's pretty cool. What's not cool is my pretty poor showing here so far. Not a good time. Not a good time at all. But we're picking up a little at the end here, but it's probably not going to be... Holy jeez. I really ratted up at the end here. Look at this. Holy good lord. Wow. Holy god. I just started going at the end of that. That was awesome. I'm very proud of myself. Imagine if I hadn't screwed up the start, I could have actually got in the 30s like I said I used to be able to do pretty consistently on this game. Willy the Weasel, you are an up and down sort of fella. And for those who don't know, yeah, it is on Looney Tunes. I think I may have already covered this, but he is a little dude who just wants to eat people. Like, I think he wants to eat Bugs Bunny. Because, you know, that's one of the big things that goes on Looney Tunes is that I want to eat you and you want to eat me. It's all about It's all about the order of nature and such. It's really quite, I was going to say evolutionary, but that's not true. It's really just quite natural. How about we put it that way? Because, I mean, a cat will eat a mouse, you know. A cat will eat a bird. A dog will beat up on a cat. And they'll use TNT and shovels and everything else they can find to do it, damn it. And mallets, of course, because there's lots of mallets in the animal kingdom. I might be getting a little off kilter with this little rant here. So, with that, we're going to finish up this last Willy the Weasel, and we'll see if we can push our way into 90 lives. That would be pretty awesome. It's going to be tight. Oh, 89, and, yeah, 90. Can you get to 91? Get to 91? Yeah! Nice, 92, 93. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time for Stage 5.